Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Hope everybody's doing well. This is your brother Chief. All right, now check this out. I'm about to get into another video. This is a lesson number 3. Okay, lesson number 3. Give me 1 second. I have audio. Everything is good, and we are good to go. All right. Now, once again, these videos for educational purposes only. All right. I'm going to give you the facts. I'm going to give you the truth. However, you do what you want to do with the information. I'm just a teacher, an enlightener, and I'm here to bring things to light. Right now, like I said before, I don't do belief systems. I don't do belief systems. I'm only here to teach you the truth. All right. So a lot of things people don't know, and it amazes me that a lot of people who think they're educated, they don't know these things because they are not well studied, right? They don't have the knowledge. Yes, they are studied in different, what we call how would I put it? Um when people go to school, to look for jobs in certain fields, there's nothing wrong in being educated, but when it comes to knowledge to free yourself, a lot of people don't have the knowledge. And the truth of the matter is, only the truth will set us free. Now, there is two Dominica. I'm not talking about, YT Kubuli. I'm talking about Dominica itself. There is two Dominica, and people don't realize that. You have two Dominicas, and I'm going to break that down for y'all and explain to you exactly what's happening and why the people of Dominica are suffering, and they don't know what's going on because they don't have the knowledge and they don't know the truth. And this is the main reason for this channel. All right. It's to educate people, enlighten people, and to bring the truth to people. So with that being said, let's get into that. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay. Well, how do you know? Well, Chief, people may ask, well, Chief, how do you know that Dominica there's two Dominicas? Well, it's easy. All you have to do is look at the Pledge of Allegiance. You see what I'm saying? And I'm laughing because everything is right in our faces. But because we are too blind, we don't see it, right? So you have to be vibrating on a certain frequency to see certain things that are actually hidden in plain sight. All right. So Roosevelt Skerritt, I think that's his name, the president of Dominica, is the president of one Dominica. Not the president, he's the prime minister of one Dominica, but the next Dominica is actually insolvent right now. It is not active, but it's there. So I'm going to prove it to you, okay? But first things first, I'm going to show you the same thing with the United States. It's also in the Pledge of Allegiance, all right? Let me share first the United States Pledge of Allegiance, and then we'll go to the one of Rosa Dominica. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. Give me 1 second, please. Let me share my screen. And do me a favor, man. Please share these videos, right? Tell your friends about it. Tell people about it. You know what I mean? So that, Dominicans, what I'm saying, could wake up. All right. Wake up from that coma they're in. Okay. They're literally in a coma right now. And they have to get it. Knowledge is power. So let me go ahead and share the Pledge of Allegiance of the United States first. All right, let's hear what it says, or let's see what it says. Pledge of Allegiance of the United States. Here we go. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The main two components here is the United States of America and the Republic. Now, whenever you have the conjunction and with a word, it means to go along with. So we're talking about two different entities. All right. You have the United States of America, which is the continental United States of America, because I showed you guys that yesterday. That's why I broke it down. You have the United States, which is DC, the corporation, the federal corporation, Title 28, Section 3002, subsection 15, capital A. The United States is a corporation. When you become a citizen of the United States, you are a mini business, you are a corporation, you are a brand. It's no different from somebody saying they are a citizen of McDonald's. Now, as tough and as harsh this may sound, I'm telling you the truth. So I'm asking for you to take your emotions out of all of this and see this for what it is. Okay? So there you see, you have the United States of America, and then you have the Republic. Now, what is the difference? The difference is this. The United States of America is a de facto government, meaning that it's a corporation. All right? It's a corporation, even if DC, which is just United States, is the corporation, but because of the federal zones, what does that mean? Because of the zip codes, all right, the United States of America falls underneath the federal government, and it's underneath the jurisdiction of Washington, D.C., which is only within a 10-mile radius of the District of Columbia, which is Washington, D.C. And then you have the Republic. The Republic is what you call the de jure government. And the United States of America is the de facto government. And I'm going to break down the difference so you get a full understanding, not understanding, but an understanding or an overstanding of the information. Because when you are under the information, you have no idea what you're seeing. You have no idea what you're reading. But we are going to understand the information, and we are going to overstand the information. So the Republic is the sovereign nation. The Republic is the sovereign nation. However, the United States of America is the de facto, and therefore the people are being governed under the color of law. It's a semblance of law. It is not real law. It's a legal system. That's why you have the Bar Association, because you have a legal society. Okay? So they're being dealt with the color of law. You feel me? So once again, you have the United States of America, and you have a separate United States, which is the Republic, which is actually the organic government. But that one is actually insolvent right now. Okay? So just to show you right there in the Pledge of Allegiance. Now let us go to Dominica. You'll realize that there is a trend, and it's the same verbiage to a certain extent. So let us go and prove that right now. Let's go to Rosa Dominica, Pledge of Allegiance. And do me a favor again, please like and share the video if you get some great information from what I'm teaching. And another reason, because it helps with the algorithm, I want to bring the channel up because I really want to educate, the people of my birthed country. All right. Dominica was the land that I was birthed, but I am an American by race, because American is a race. And I'm not just a continent, it's a race. And I'm going to break all that down for y'all. Okay, I'm going to break all of this down. All right. So let us go into the Pledge of Allegiance for Dominica. All right. Dominica's National Pledge of Allegiance. And you will see in the verbiage, it is basically telling you the same thing. All right. The Pledge of Allegiance, it was written by Peter Israel. The national pledge as follows. Open quote, before God and all mankind, I pledge allegiance to the flag of Dominica, of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and here goes that word again, and to the sovereign republic for which it stands. My love, my loyalty, my skills in the service of Dominica and my fellow citizens. I promise to work diligently and to help build a prosperous and peaceful nation. Well, let me digress here for a second, right? And go back. As you could see, there's two Dominica. You have the Commonwealth of Dominica, and you have the Sovereign Republic of Dominica. Okay. Now the one that's in power right now is the Commonwealth of Dominica. Okay, that is the one that is the de facto government. That is the one that's the corporation. That's why they had to give you new birth certificates. Now, if you look on your birth certificate, as a matter of fact, I have mine. Let me just look at mine. Okay. Because I want to give you information that is correct. I don't want to give you falsified information because, like I said, that's not what I'm about. I'm here to teach and enlighten and give you the truth. So let me pull out my I think I have a copy of my birth certificate here, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just make sure. I think I have a copy of it. If I don't, then I guess I'll have to talk about that another time. But I thought I did. I actually don't have a copy of that with me. All right, so I apologize for that. But if I'm not mistaken, when you look at your birth certificate with the new birth certificate, you'll realize on the birth certificate they have your mother as an informant. Okay, an informant. What does that mean? It means that when the child is born, okay, the mother is literally telling the government, the corporation, that I have some property, and now I want to turn over that property to you. And the proof of that is the birth certificate. And then your mother signs the birth certificate, meaning that she's acknowledging that she's giving up her child, okay, her natural flesh born child. She's giving up that child and she's giving it to a corporation, all right, which is the Commonwealth of Dominica. Okay, it is not a de jure country, it is a de facto country, and the prime minister or the president is the leader of the corporation. All right. So when Dominicans are suffering, they have no idea why they are suffering, because they are not a sovereign people. They don't live in a sovereign republic. They live in a Commonwealth of Dominica, which is supposed to be sovereign, but it's not. So what they did was they separate the country on paper. All right. They created a nation state, which is a corporation, and then the organic sovereign country, they made it insolvent. All right. In other words, it's in the background. So we're going to read this Pledge of Allegiance again for Dominica. It says, before God and mankind. All right. You see the word and again. So it's before God and mankind. Now, mind you, there's a difference between man and mankind, but I'll get into that in other videos. We have a whole lot to go over, right? And it says, I pledge allegiance. A pledge is an oath that you're making, right? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the Commonwealth of Dominica, all right, and to the Republic. So you're pledging two allegiances in one pledge, one to the Commonwealth of Dominica and the other to the sovereign republic, and they both for which they both stand. And you are pledging your love, you're pledging your loyalty, you're pledging your skills. In other words, your workforce, your labor, okay, in the service of Dominica, okay, not the Republic, Dominica, and my fellow citizens, right? I promise to work diligently and to help build a prosperous and peaceful nation. So as you could see, there is two Dominicas. Like I said, one is de facto and one is de jure. The de jure is the sovereign republic. That is when the people, meaning that the country is given back to the people. The people are the ones that run things, and all the government is there for is to serve the people. But in the Commonwealth, it's the reverse. The people are there to serve the government. It is not the other way around. But yet still they are public servants. Therefore, if we are the public and they are the servants, that means we are the boss. We are the bosses and they work for us. So they're supposed to do what we want them to do. But this only happens in a republic, in a sovereign republic, okay? Not in a nation state. Dominica is a nation state, it's a corporation. So in a corporation, as you could see, when you go to work at McDonald's, when you go to work at Target, when you go to work at Kentucky, you work for the company, okay? The company don't work for you. So it's the same thing with the Commonwealth of Dominica. The people of Dominica work for the prime minister so that they could enrich those people's lives. It is not the other way around. In a republic, in a sovereign republic, the people are the ones that's being enriched. All right. So I'm teaching you all these facts and giving you this knowledge so that you're able to open up your mind and see how you're being duped, see how you're being tricked, see how you're being bamboozled. Okay. And they are playing tricks with you. Okay. And I'll also show you what politics means. But before we get into that, let us get into what de jure and de facto really means. So now that I've proven there's two Dominicas, whether you want to believe it or not, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I'm just being honest. All right. My job and my purpose is to enlighten you, to give you the knowledge. Whatever you do with the information is up to you. Okay. You could bring a horse to a well. You can't force it to drink water. I can force you to subscribe to the knowledge that I'm bringing to be true. Okay, look at it; it's right there in your faces. All right. Now, for you to turn a blind eye, that means that you choose to be in the position that you want to be in, because now you have the knowledge and you're just going to sit back and be like, wow, you know what? I'm going to allow these people to enslave me. I'm going to allow these people to keep abusing me. It's your choice. And I'm going to show you the etymology of what suffer means. We are going to get into a lot of things because we have to learn the etymology of words. All right. So let us stop sharing this now that we know there's two Dominicas. Okay. What we're going to do now, we are going to go into what de facto, we're going to look at the etymology of de facto. Now, you may ask, what is the etymology of a word? The etymology of a word is the foundation of the word, meaning that an energy that it carried. Okay. So when the word was created or used in a certain time period or era, okay, then it carried a certain energy. That's why words are very important, right? Because in there is life and death in the power of the tongue. So basically what I'm saying is, when you speak words, you are manifesting things. So be very mindful of the words that you speak. So therefore it's imperative that you learn the etymology of words. So let's go look at the etymology of de facto and see what it means. Because the Commonwealth of Dominica, the nation state, is a de facto corporation. Okay, so this is what de facto means. Here we go. Etymology of word, and you could find a free etym online. Basically, it's www.etymonlin.com. All right, etymonline.com, and you could find the foundation and the root meaning of words, so you know when you're speaking, you're putting words of high vibrations out there into the universe, so that you are not bringing, death or low vibrational situations to yourself. So this is the etymology of de facto. Literally, in fact, in reality, thus existing, it is real, but not necessarily legally ordained or morally right. So therefore, with these governments, right, what they're doing, it is not necessarily lawful or morally right. And that's why Dominicans are suffering, because the governments that are in power, they are immoral. Okay? They're not doing what's lawful, but they're doing what's legal. See, there's a difference between lawful and legal. Legal is of lawful, but lawful is not of legal. Lawful is natural. Legal is made up. Okay? It is made up. It is of. So legal contains certain characteristics or ingredients of lawful, but lawful is the whole cake. I'm gonna give you an example. If you have a carrot cake, right, you have ingredients to make the carrot cake. You have milk, you have butter, you have sugar, you have the carrots, which is the main ingredients. All right. And you may have other ingredients, right? And putting all those ingredients together, that would be the carrot cake. So therefore, law or lawful would be the carrot cake. But if you were only to take the carrots, you cannot call a carrot cake. So therefore, the carrot would be legal, but the carrot cake with all the ingredients would be lawful or would be law. So therefore, legal are only certain components of the law, but it's not law. I hope that makes sense. So therefore, once again, de facto, what it means, in fact, all right, in reality, meaning that it's real, it's a semblance of, thus existing. So it does exist, because Dominica do exist, but not necessarily legal, ordained, or morally right. You feel me? It's an act. That's why these people are called actors. That's why when they pass, they pass bills. All right. So once again, man, you have to know what's going on. You have to be able to go, into the foundation of these words to see the game that's being played with people. All right. So Dominica, the Commonwealth, the nation state, is a de facto government. It's a corporation. All right. Let us go now look at de jure and see the difference. Here we are, de jure. What does it say? What does it say here? De jure. literally of law. You see the difference? It's of law, thus legitimate. Now you see, de facto is not legitimate. It is morally, you see, it is immoral because they do immoral things. You feel me? You see the difference? So therefore, the republic, if so, when you pledge allegiance, if it was the sovereign republic of Dominica, then you would have a de jure government, and therefore the people would have the power. But in the de facto government, like which Skerrit is the prime minister of, the people don't have the power. He has the power, and therefore he could do legal things which are immoral. Okay, but it's legal. You feel me? It's not necessarily lawful, but it's legal. And people don't know the difference between legal and lawful. Okay, so literally of law, thus legitimate. A de facto government is illegitimate. All right, lawful by right of law, according to law. Okay, jure is ablative of eus, law. So my brothers and sisters, I hope you're seeing the difference, and I'm opening up your mind to that information so you're able to see why the prime minister of Dominica could do what he's doing, and the people they can't do anything because it's a corporation. The man is the president of the prime minister of the corporation. It is not a de jure country. It is not the sovereign republic that people think they pledge allegiance to. No, they pledge allegiance to both, but they don't realize that it's separated on paper. In actuality, it is literally two different countries. And the one that's governing the people is the de facto government, the one that where immorality, okay, acts of immorality could be played on the people and they don't know. So all they're doing is sitting and complaining and have no idea why these things are happening. It is because you are not in a de jure country. You're not in a sovereign country. You are not sovereign, okay? The government don't work for you. You work for the government. All right? Now, what are we going to do now? Give me 1 second here. We are going to, let us look at the etymology of suffer. Let me show you why my people suffer. Okay? I hear a lot of people say, oh, I'm suffering. Well, it's your fault if you're suffering. All right? And I'm not going to apologize for giving y'all the harsh truth. The truth is harsh. Okay, people always talk about keep it real, keep it real, keep it real. Give us the truth. Now, a lot of y'all don't want the truth. A lot of y'all don't want the truth. You say you want it, but you don't. Because when you get it, you don't know how to respond to it. You don't know how to accept it. And even more so, you don't know how to use the information and apply it to make changes. And most of you are afraid anyway. You feel me? You want your sovereignty back, you got to go back to the republic. Or we got to go back to the indigenous name of the country, which is Whitey Kubuli. All right, and then comprehend that we are in the actual indigenous people. And I'm going to break down the difference between the two indigenous peoples, because indigenous mean two things, and I'm also going to break that down as well. Okay, but until you continue to be under the Commonwealth of Dominica, under that de jure government, you will continue to suffer. And let me show you what the etymology of suffer means. It's important to know the foundation and the root of words. Okay, so that's why I tell people there's a difference in education and there's a difference in knowledge and wisdom. I got wisdom, I got knowledge. All right, I'm not smart, and I'm going to show you the etymology of smart too. Check this out. Suffer, allow to occur or continue to continue, permit, tolerate, fail to prevent or suppress, also to be made to undergo, to endure, be subjected to pain, death, punishment, judgment. So that's what Dominicans are dealing with. They're dealing with punishment and judgment. Why? Because they are suffering. Okay, I hear it all the time. Oh, we're suffering under the prime. No, you're suffering because you allow it to, because that's what suffer means. I don't make these things up. I'm giving you the facts. Okay, I'm giving you the facts. Governments are supposed to work for the people, not people work for the governments. We are the bosses. Okay, we are the bosses. And if your government is not doing what they're supposed to, you have every right to get rid of them by an election. And if the elections are being rigged, then you have a right to get rid of them by force. That is international law, period. But Dominicans are afraid because they are not knowledgeable. They don't know these things that I'm teaching y'all. And that's why I created this channel. Okay? And I'm not here to promote no type of violence. I'm just giving you the facts. I'm giving you law. Okay? Now let us look at the etymology of suffer. It says, allow to occur or continue, permit, tolerate, fail to prevent or suppress, also to be made to undergo, endure, be subjected to what? Pain, death, punishment, and judgment. Isn't that what Dominicans are going through right now? Why do you think so? Because they allow it to happen. Okay? You have governments in power. They bribe you. They trick you. They give you little tokens. All right? Now, my battery's dying. Hold up for a second. Let me just put that on the charger. I could have swore I charged my battery last night. Give me 1 second, please. Okay. So these governments, they bribe people. You know what I'm saying? They give them little tokens, and then the people fall for the trick. Let me ask you a question, right? Don't you think it's in the prime minister's best interest, right, to bribe you with $300-400, build you a little BS home, you see what I'm saying, and let you live for free, where he could make millions off of what he's doing to you? Come on. It's called the end will justify the means. You see what I'm saying? The end will justify the means, and that's what these tyrants do. You feel me? That's what they do. Okay? They give you a little something, and then they end up getting a whole lot of something. So you are suffering because of your lack of knowledge. But I'm here to change that. I'm here to give you the information and stop suffering. Stand up and let these people know, now you work for us. We don't work for you. We are the sovereign people. All right? This is our land. And you were put in position to work for us. It's not the other way around. Now, let me go show you another etymology of the word smart. Because I hear a lot of people talking, oh, you're smart. I'm not smart. I'm intelligent. I got wisdom. Let me show you what smart really means. You see, there's a difference between a meaning and a definition. Okay? Check this out. Smart. To cause pain, to suffer. All right? That's what it means. Be painful in reference to wounds. That's what smart really means. You feel me? So when I tell people I'm not smart, I'm intelligent, I got wisdom, there's a difference. Okay? So this is what smart means. Okay? So you have a whole lot of smart people running around because they feel they're educated, right? So there are a lot of smart people running around, right? But you see what smart means? That's why they're always in pain, because they're always suffering because they're smart. Now let me show you the difference in smart and intelligence. Let me show you the difference. All right? Check this out. Intelligence, the highest faculty of the mind, capacity for comprehending general truths, the faculty of, they say understanding, but I'm going to say understanding and overstanding of comprehension. You feel me? So when you know certain truths and you have the knowledge, that deals with intelligence, not being smart. Okay? Now, a lot of people may think I'm cocky. I'm not cocky, man. I'm just confident. Let me show you now the etymology of wisdom, because this is what I possess. All right? And I had to travel abroad and overseas to study and learn. This is knowledge of over 20 years I'm giving you, and I got a whole lot more for you. All right? It says what? Wisdom, knowledge, learning, experience. Okay? So wisdom deals with knowing, not beliefs. I don't do belief system because in the word belief, there's the word lie. So my brothers and sisters, you have to become wise. Okay, you have to grow with an intelligence. Stop being smart. Stop suffering and know the reason why you are suffering. Why? Because there is two Dominicas. Okay, you have the de jure corporation, which is what Skerritt is the prime minister of, and in the etymology of the phrase or the term de facto, you'll see that it says immoral. It's immoral. Immorality, immoral acts are taking place. It's an illegitimate government. But in a de jure government, it is lawful, it is legitimate. And that is the sovereign republic that people thought they pledged allegiance to, not realizing they were tricked into the Commonwealth and the nation state, which is also part of OAS. Go back to the video I showed you yesterday. Okay? So we have to rise up and comprehend these truths. You see, the change begins in the mind. You have to study to show yourself approved. It is really that simple. Hosea 4:6 said, God's people perish for the lack of knowledge. But I'm giving you the knowledge now. It is up to you to do what you want to do with it. But I'm giving it to you. I'm taking my time and I'm giving it to you. All right? Because the changes starts with the mind. Why do you think it's called mental? It deals with the mind. Why do you think you have governments? To govern your mental, governmental agencies, to govern your mind. And the people of Dominica, their minds are being governed by a political system that's a de facto government, a corporation. And that's why the people are being treated the way that they're being treated. And the people in power or in so-called power, okay, they don't give a rat's you know what about the people. All they care is about their pockets. They're creating a legacy for theirs, for them and their people. Okay, but they don't care about the people. They don't care about the indigenous people. They don't care about the locals. And you'll realize that they will open up the doors to all sorts of foreigners. Okay, the Chinese, the Arabs, they'll open up the doors to them, while the indigenous people of the land, the locals, are the ones suffering. And they don't know why they're suffering. And all they do is keep complaining. But no, you have to get the knowledge first. And that's why I'm giving you the knowledge. So when you step up, you're able to articulate yourself. You're able to stand on your square and say, nah, we ain't doing this. We ain't doing this. All right? So with that being said, man, I hope this video, was beneficial to you. If you found some value in this video, please share the information. Like the video, it will help the algorithms and help me put these words and these messages and this knowledge, help me put it out there, because I'm going to continue to give you more and more and more. And I'm give you the facts. Those are not my opinions. I'm giving you facts. I'm giving you knowledge. Okay? Because it is time. You have to renew your mind to make change. Doing the same thing over and over and over and over again and expecting a different result is called insanity. And Dominicans are insane. With all respectfully, though, they are insane. Okay, it's no fault of theirs because they don't know a lot of things. You feel me? And that's why I'm giving that information. I love my people, and that's why I came back to do what I'm doing. All right. But like I said, as time goes by, you will get to know a lot more about me, my journey. All right. And why I was chosen for this. This is my path. This is my journey. This is my purpose. And I'm here to serve it. I'm here to serve my people. All right. And help my people rise above, the holes of these tyrants, of these businessmen that want to abuse people and enslave them, and here to free my people. So call me, the 2023, 2024 Moses, the allegorical Moses in the Bible, because I'm here to tell these people, let my people go. You feel me? And that's what I'm here for. So with that being said, thank you for tuning in. Please share the information. Another video will be coming soon. All right. I'm not sure what it's going to be about yet, but most likely I'll break down being indigenous, what all this means, and we'll take it from there. All right. So y'all have a great continuation. And I want to thank you for being a part of this build. Share the information. Love y'all. Thank you.